Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the HGUC Guncannon mass production type. Now this is one of the mobile suits, this is one of my all-time favorite mobile suits out there, especially that's mass produced. I decided to finally pick this up. I don't know why this has been bothering me for a while, but I think I can think of a few reasons. Anyway, let's get on to the review. As the name implied, this is the mass production type of the Guncannon, and I think they did a pretty good job in terms of the design. As you can see, it really has the Guncannon looks into it, but in a more compact, in a compact way. Of course, a little bit more interesting fact is that this, despite its more clunky-ish look, this thing is actually more lighter because it does not use the same it doesn't use the same metal used as the Guncannon, but a little bit more cheaper and lighter version, so it can be mass produced. So this thing is actually faster than the Guncannon, but I guess the defense would be lower than the actual Guncannon. Anyway, beyond that, let's get on to the review. Now, what you get, of course, is the Guncannon mass production type. You get a trigger finger and a ballput machine gun. However, this is being number 44. This was before implementing the hand and peg weapon system, where there's a peg and hole in the hand and the weapon to make a more secure connection. This one does not have that, so it's gonna be wobbly, but it's not too bad. You get some extra polycaps. You don't actually use all of them. And then lastly, you get the sticker sheet, but yeah, this I didn't really like all of these stickers except for the I used the whatchamacallit visor sticker. Yeah, despite this being a visor type mobile suit, this does not actually come with a clear piece for the visor. You actually have to use the sticker. But of course it really doesn't look that bad. It's not like obvious, but it has that really interesting glow effect, so I'm happy with it. Of course, that doesn't mean there are some stuff I like to talk about this kit. Anyway, let's get on to the review. Now, as you can see, if I had to mention something, this Federation symbol, the 426, and the EFSF sticker decal, those do not come with the kit. I just happen to use my leftover decal stickers from other kits, so just letting you guys know. Okay, let's get on to the review. Now, let's check the head. The head. As mentioned, you do not get a clear piece for this. You just get a white piece and you have to put a sticker on top of it. The head, as you can see on the forehead, that Federation symbol that does not come in that color. It comes into the same black as you see it on the rest. So you're originally supposed to use a sticker on that. I think it's one of these stickers. I believe it's this one, but I thought that would look really bad, so I decided to color it with a gold Gundam marker. Of course, it's not an easy task, so I had to scrape off some parts, hence leaving some scratch marks. But it turned out pretty well, in my opinion, for my attempt. Anyway, it can go down that much, up that much, and then 360. I wish I could say it's possible, but it's really stiff. This is as far as I go, about a 90-degree twist. I also panel lined the side of the head because it looks. This kit kind of requires some panel lining because without any additional coloring, it's gonna look meh. Okay, that's that. The antennas, be careful with those. Those are the most important parts of a grunt suit. Now for the main body. There's nothing special going on, but note the fact that this is number 44, so it does not have the ab crunch yet. So no ab crunch, but you can technically go a 360 twist if you wish to do so. And that's that. Now let's look at the back. Surprisingly, usually if you would think that the cannons are connected to the shoulders, no, they're actually connected to the back. Also need to mention this yellow section here. This comes in entirely yellow. I colored the middle into black like in the instruction manual, and I also colored the inside of the thrusters in black and this X part where they're not supposed to color the inside in black, but I found it to be I prefer it to be in entire black, so that's what I did. The inside of these thrusters also need to be colored black, and also it has to be, the inner part should be yellow, but there's no way I'll be able to paint those, so that's that. So yeah, there's nothing much going on with the backpack. You can move the cannons, but I'm gonna mention those later. One thing I should mention is that these gray parts, you gotta be careful when you're putting them on, because for me, there's these two pieces, pegs here, that's supposed to like it doesn't like go into a hole, but it's like one of those clipping mechanisms. And if you're not careful, one of those pegs might break off. So mine's did not break off, but it's a little bit bent now. So this part will tend to fall off if I'm not too careful. Okay, now for the actual shoulders. Now once again, I really like the design of the shoulders, whereas the gun cannon doesn't actually have the shoulder armor, or sort of a shoulder armor, but yeah, this one actually has a legitimate one. Once again, these holes you see are colored in black because if you don't, they're just gonna be the same red as the other parts you see. The arms itself, this being old, it does not have your shoulder swivel, so it's just a peg coming out from the body connected to the main arm. So that's that. The arms, however, do go about 90 degrees to the side, and then you have a 90-degree bend, and it does have your typical 360 twist, but very stiff. Very, very stiff. I don't know why. That's a good thing, though. And your typical ball jointed hand, once again, also stiff. I said my 90-degree bend and 360 twisting is no problem at all. Okay, that's that. Now let's look at its waist. There's not much going on the waist, of course. As you can see, I colored the inside of this part gold because it comes in totally red. However, it tells you to put this yellow sticker only on here, but I thought that would look bad, so I just colored the entire inside red and then added this red piece onto it. I might need to clean up a little bit more, but it turned out pretty well than I thought. The front skirts, they're a single piece, so this does not come in the way you can actually separate them, I believe. And then, yeah, this does move, but this middle section will tend to pop off if you move this too much. There's no side skirt armor. Actually, it's like half and half. The half part is from the front, back from the back. Half is from the back. There's no movement on the back section. The legs can go about 90 degrees up front, and you only get a 90-degree bend, so single joint. But considering about what the gun cannon is, I think it's not too bad actually, because I believe this is not really an agile type mobile suit. It's more like a heavy, clunky cannon mobile suit, if you know what I mean. Um, Also, it doesn't have any side swivels, and it's connected to a ball joint. Inside there's a polycap, and the feet are your typical ball jointed feet, but I really love the clunky design. Also, this black section line on the middle, that would just come in red. In the instruction manual pictures, these are all black, so you might need to color that. Also, another part that I did panel lining would be this middle line section on the waist and the main chest. Because, I don't know, it seemed like they were kind of focusing those for some reason. Okay, now we've seen the basic components of it. Now let's get its equipment. Now, surprisingly, once again, one thing I did not understand about the gun cannon is that it doesn't use a shield or even a beam saber. Of course, the gun cannon does like does physical combat when it comes to close combat, but I'm not sure if that's really that efficient. The bullpup machine gun, it latches on to pretty well. Despite being shaky, because of the bulkiness of the arm, it kind of makes it fit. Doesn't really move around. Really like the design. Yeah, I couldn't have thought of a more better looking machine gun for this mobile suit. And then finally for the cannons. While now after building this is the first time I actually noticed this. Now the cannons, they can move 90 degrees. They can go You can make them go front like that, or you can just angle it anywhere you want from this angle to this angle. However, the thing I was not aware of this was these. You can actually extend these cannons, which actually makes sense because when a cannon fires, it has to take in the recoil, and this actually makes sense to taking in the recoil. Yeah, it's a really nice detail that you don't really see too often these days. So yeah, that's a really big plus to me. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. Now, this being number 44 and, being old, this could really use a revive kit. That doesn't mean this kit itself is already a bad kit. No, it's not a bad kit. It's a really good kit to have. However, now, for those who, if you compare it to modern high-grade kits, it is lacking a lot, such as the side swivels, the pelvis swivel system, and then the the articulated shoulders where you can move it forward and backward and such. There's a lot of stuff and some additional articulation on the arms and legs, such as having double joints and double jointed knees and stuff. So that could be a really good thing to have in this kit. And also the fact that this uses a sticker. I wish that if there is going to be a revive, this definitely should come with a clear piece visor. Or to be honest, they could have just threw in the same stickers and then we could have added a clear piece visor on top of this. That would actually look even better. But that's just me. But this is one of the kits that kind of deserves and requires a revive kit these days as well, including the gym command kits as well. Or the main reason why I was like stalling for this purchase, especially for this kit, was that I was expecting to see a revive version of this, or at least a master grade version of this, because the master grade Guncannon is a pretty old kit, so I'm still thinking of whether to get it or not right now. But I could like feel it. I can see that we're not too far away from seeing a Master Grade 2.0 of the Guncannon, or at least a Master Grade or Reborn's 100 of this kit. This one, I'm not really sure if this would be a Master Grade material or a Reborn's 100 material. This is kind of like one of those molds that you're not sure which would fit in, like the Gym Sniper 2, but it was originally Reborn's 100, but made it to Master Grade. So that's kind of the thing. Anyway, that's just my idea. Anyways, thank you for watching the review. This was the High Grade Universal Century Guncannon mass production type. Now, I would definitely recommend this to anybody. It's a really basic build, but really recommend it for those who actually know this mold suit and who's a fan of grunt suits or mass production types, especially the Guncannon line. So that's that. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the review, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews of, so please stay tuned. And also, due to my schedule for this week, I will be only uploading one review this week, so sorry for that, but starting from next week, it'll be back to my usual 2 kits per week routine. Anyway, until then, see you guys next time!